everybody, to another great episode of Real Life Matters. I'm telling you, today is the day that we're going to learn about how to have quality sound. But before we do that, please subscribe to the channel, DBoss Network. So if any episodes that you haven't seen, you can go take a look at it and, subscribe, like, comment. I like that. So anyways, today I have, as I said, it's all about the sound today. And I have, with no other further ado, to introduce to you Orlando from Zuka Sound.
Hey, DBoss, how are you?
Welcome.
Thank you.
All right. Can you tell everybody where you come from?
Canada, Kitchener, little town of Kitchener, Waterloo in Canada. But my background obviously is, well, not obviously, but Jamaican.
Mm-hmm.
I was born there, but I grew up most of my life here in Canada in a little town called Kitchener.
All right.
Right now I reside in Mississauga.
Okay.
Yes.
All right.
And you're a fellow Jamaican
Jamaica,
too.
but you know what? Everybody's going to ask me to tell me what part of Jamaica you're in.
I was born actually in Kingston, the capital, but I left there, and now when I do go back, I reside in Mandeville.
Okay.
Yeah, it's in the center of the island. Very cool weather. But when I go, I get a car, and I'm from one end of the island to the next.
Wow.
Yeah. I can't
everybody want to go there right now.
Oh man, the tourist part is cool, but the interior of the island, meeting the people, getting the foods from the side of the roads, that's the real culture of Jamaica. Yeah.
So you brought some of that culture back here.
I am trying. Music is part of our DNA in Jamaica, along with the world knows about our track and field empowers.
Wow. That's not right. All the other islands gonna come. Hey, you guys come after Orlando. It's not
me. Hey, I'm ready.
You ready? Bring it on.
It's
kudos
proven.
to you guys. You got the runners and stuff, but there's other great runners up there too.
There's we got to give them all the credit, but we still hold the top position. We still hold the top position. And again, in our little island, we've been able to influence the world with music, reggae and dancehall. And so it's a part of our culture.
Okay. It's a part of your culture. Well, that's good, because so you are an inventor.
I wouldn't say an inventor. I'm a businessman that will create products that I feel satisfactory and quality to present to the world. So all these technologies, they're public technology. They've been out there. We just add our little tweaks and stuff like that. And, but sound wise, yes, I created the sound.
Well, you're up there with Thomas Edison and all these other guys who created the phone and the lights and all that other stuff, because every time you have to keep improving. So tell us how you came up with Zuka Sound and the name.
Zuka was the whole concept of Zuka as a business. Hello?
Yes. You just froze for a minute there.
Yes. I do have friends in the business, and one of my good friends, Marty Garcia, he is like the godfather of audio. He was the guy behind American Idol for 10 years. He's the audio engineer for the Stephen Colbert show, the Jimmy Fallon show. And Marty is an inventor. I will give him that. So they approached me through a mutual friend to basically try to commercialize his creation, his invention in the sound quality and the technology, um, that he's invented. I tried with them for a good year and a half, and I found out that I needed to do my own thing. I'm a workaholic. I haven't met another man who can outwork me. It's cost me a lot. It's cost me relationship. It's cost me a lot. But I am admitting that I am a workaholic, and if I don't find people at that level, then I have to move on. And so I learned the business, and I took it to heart, and I said I'm gonna win on this, and that's what I did. I created that. My friends and I, Elliot, who is a professor of audio engineering at one of the biggest studios here in Canada, and we just went, and with all my connections globally, with DJs and music producers and stuff like that. I think we've created a sound that the consumer is going to really, really like and appreciate.
Okay. So what I'm going to do is we're going to show the product, and you could just tell us a little bit about that.
For sure.
Because you still have the other little, you have the prototype, the gray one, or not? You don't have that one?
No, we are tweaking our sound, and it's actually, Elliot, we have one sample. So this is a pre-order. So we haven't gone to mass production yet. Okay. But that one sample has been handing from hand to hand, and I'm crazy. Every day I want to, enhance the sound, and all these guys are getting really upset at me because every day I've got new ideas. So today he's got it in the studio, and we're tweaking the EQ settings, etc.
Okay, we're gonna show everybody what this product looks like, and you could talk at the same time. So just
for sure.
Okay, there it is.
So yes, that's my baby. So that's the Zuka. That's the Zuka Soul, and the reason why I named it Soul is because music is part of my soul. I believe there's not a day that I can go without music. It's a part of me, and this particular unit device was created. Not the original shell was not my idea. Due to COVID, we had a lot of challenges in creating and putting out our original product. But I got this product. Because I wanted to do something for the essential workers. And we didn't have the time to go and create the mold and everything for my original product. So I got this product, and I tweaked the internal technologies so that therefore I can create my own sound within the shell of this product. And we came up with it. We turned this thing around in about 6 months, because I really wanted to create this campaign to benefit the essential workers. So here we are. We have the Zuka Soul. It's something that you've never seen really before. It's aluminum alloy. It's hollow, so it's very, very light. It's pocket size. Like you're not going to see any product like this small. We don't call it earphones. We call it ear stereos. And the reason why we are looking at we're going with that name is I wanted to create something that focuses on the listening of the music. I want to be able to assist the artists from when they go into the studio, spend all that time and energy and money in creating that sound in the studio, that when it comes to the consumer, they actually hear that exact sound coming from the studio. And a lot of times these products don't really offer that quality of sound. So we focus strictly on the sound. And that's why we call it stereo instead of phone. It's not going to give you the full benefit of talking on your phone, although all the technology is the same. But the quality of listening to the sound and to the song, you can't get any better.
Wow. Well, we're seeing this part here. So, it looks like, those ear pods, that, the people put in their ears now for their phones, but this is not for that. This is for you to use for recording, correct?
No, it's not for recording. It's for listening. It's like the AirPods. We don't use AirPods. Like I said, we use stereos because stereos are for sound, music, right?
Okay.
And that's what this is for. I want people to focus, music heads, to really focus on what this is about. You want something that permits the beautiful sound, the highs, the lows, the mids, the bass from the actual song that you want to listen to, and you're gonna get that. You're gonna get that. You know what I mean? Without any gaps or anything, you're gonna get that quality of sound.
So, how did you come up with the name Zuka?
Zuka was I came up with bazooka because I thought, okay, if I'm gonna do something, I wanna if I'm gonna do something, I want to make a bomb, like, and bazooka, it's really like the launching of a rocket. It's a rocket launcher. And I thought, if we get into this, we're going to launch something that the world's never heard before. And I didn't like the full name bazooka, so I shortened it, and I put a O instead of the or a U instead of the O's, and I call it Zuka. So that's how I came up with it. And the soul, again, I just explained why I named it soul, but the soul to soul campaign, which is really why we decided to go to market this soon and in this pandemic, again, was to benefit the essential workers. So we call it soul to soul campaign. So from my soul to your soul, this is what we're presenting to the essential workers.
So were you an entertainer, or you did something before, to make, say, oh, you know what, we need to have proper sound, a sound device?
I started in the business as a manager, producer, and a record label owner. So I was more on the business side.
Wow.
I don't like to be honest with you, this is so rare for me. I don't do interviews,
Well, you're doing it today.
Yeah, I really, yeah. My publicist says you better get over it, but yeah, I rarely do interviews because I'm not one for the spotlight. I like to be behind the scene and run things. So yeah.
So who do you work with? Who did you work with when you were doing you were producing, and you were a producer and of the record label? So who did you have in it?
I think I'm probably more known for discovering Chaclair in Canada.
Oh,
Yeah,
you know him. I know him. We've
yeah.
interviewed him.
I've worked with many others, but I'm probably more known for discovering him. He went on to be a 4 times Juno Award winner, 5 times Much Music Video Awards. Great guy. I just wish we had at that time the internet, because if we had the internet,
Wow.
he would have been a global icon. Global icon. Yeah. But
So does he got a pair of these the Zuka sound yet, or you guys, you have to order it?
Well, we haven't gone into mass production. Like I said, this is for the free, and that's why we're giving such huge discounts for the support. again, it benefits the essential workers. So we're basically cutting our profits, ridiculously low, just to benefit them and show them. They've been in the headlines for so long, and they've been
Mm-hmm.
superb, risking their own lives, their families' lives, to basically help us and to keep us safe. And then their jobs now, many of them, their jobs now at risk. It was heartbroken, to feel that you're, in the matter of minutes, you're gone from hero to zero. And
Mm.
I told my team, you know what, let's try and create something to basically say thank you, and let's get the whole consumer, the people involved, that we can give them something of quality and of good value, to basically say thank you on their behalf as well. And that's why we created the Soul to Soul campaign.
So the Soul to Soul campaign is for the frontline workers. So a part of the proceeds for you getting this product goes to them.
Well, what we did, it's not a proceeds thing. What we did, we cut our profit, and we've offered, basically, the consumer purchase a soul,
Okay.
and then they get to donate another soul for half the price.
Oh,
So yeah, so and these are, and they're, again, they're ridiculously discounted.
well,
Um,
how much are they?
well, what we intended to retail them at was 179 US.
Okay.
We've discounted them 149 for the campaign.
Okay.
And if the purchaser choose to offer or donate one to an essential worker in their community or whatever, we again reduce the price another $20. So you're getting a product of quality, from 179 US, which we think is very, very reasonable.
Okay.
Anywhere else, this product would retail for over 250.
Yeah.
And yeah, so that's where we want to give the satisfaction to our consumers. We don't want to take it and say, okay, we're going to donate on behalf of Zuka. No, we want you, the consumer, to feel good about your purchase, and to offer that to an essential worker of your choice, someone that you may know. Maybe you're in the hospital and a nurse was, great to you, or
Mm.
your garbage man has been a really awesome guy. This is a great gift to present to someone.
Okay.
And
So
everybody loves music, right?
yes.
Even the high school kids, which my heart goes out. They've, like, for kids, the amount of pressure that's been on them during this pandemic. Like, it would be great for, a parent to buy and donate to their children, right?
So what? So they go to, so no, walk us through the process of how the people, if they want to donate, and because people are going to want to, well, where do you find you to get this stuff, and how do they do? So just walk us through the process. If they saw somebody, suppose like I was at the hospital, I was at Toronto General. I'm just using in Toronto, and I saw an essential worker. So what would I do from there? And I wanted to do one of these, get give them one of the Zuka sound devices.
Well, you go on the website, zuka.com, zukasound.com,
Mm-hmm.
zukasound, one word.com,
Mm-hmm.
and you basically go through the prompt. You fill out your information, and then it'll take you to the other page where you decide, okay, I'm going to donate to such and such a person. So that person there, you bring them into the mix, and you get their email information, their name, etc., and then you check out. It's very simple. 1, 2, 3 step.
Wow.
Very, very simple.
So what happens is that you order on demand then.
Yeah,
basically
yeah,
when
it's a
somebody.
it's a pre-order. So
Okay.
once we get that order, then we it'll be shipped. We're hoping before Christmas. But again, I must really be honest and warn, and it's just not me.
Okay.
The world is experiencing a chipset shortage, Bluetooth
Okay.
chipset shortage. So you're going to find that a lot of orders for the Christmas is not going to be delivered for Christmas. But, we've been planning. We've got this. We feel that we have this under control, and we're hoping to deliver before Christmas. But again, if we don't make it for Christmas, this product, this little device, is definitely going to be worth the wait. You
Yeah.
you're not
Because
gonna
this is
want.
a busy season for these packages and stuff. Like good luck to you.
Yeah, you're not gonna regret this purchase for that value and the cause behind it. Yeah, you're not gonna regret this purchase.
Okay. Well, that's a really good thing that you're doing for the
Essential.
consumer and for the frontline workers, soul to soul campaign, and it's something. And then your company, and plus your company is new,
Correct. This brand is new.
so that gives you a lot of exposure right there for your stuff and for this to get the Zuka device. So, do you recommend a lot of entertainment or artists and people that in that industry to get one of these?
Um, I don't. I recommend, but I do have a lot of connections with major artists and celebrities that we're gonna bring on.
Okay.
Um, the artists are very, very influential. However, they're not cheap. So
Mm.
yeah. So for me to, yeah, just to be real, but for me to give away the product and lower our profit margin, there's no room to bring on the major celebrities. Um, to be honest, Usain Bolt is giving us his go ahead that he's interested in joining our company. Um,
Wow.
yeah, so
That's why you were pumping up the Jamaican runners in the beginning. Eh? You
well,
see, there was a
there's
method to this.
there's no one greater. There's no one greater right now. I don't think it's going to be a long time for me to see anyone greater than Mr. Bolt.
Wow.
Yeah, but we've got like I said, I've gotten a lot of connection in the music industry. So as time goes by, after this campaign, I want to run this campaign. This campaign is not about the celebrities. This campaign is about the essential workers. Any celebrity who wants to join the campaign,
Mhm.
I, I'm open. I'm welcoming them because it's for a good cause.
Right.
Once the campaign is over, then we're gonna bring on all my friends and my partners.
So you're gonna call it. You're still gonna call it soul to soul, or you might call it something else.
No, this campaign is just soul to soul. This is
Okay.
specific for the essential worker. The product is soul. So
Okay.
we can't change that. But you're gonna see the introduction of other new products in the years to come. So there's a lot that's in development, that's been developed. We have over the head stereos. People
Okay.
know them as headphones, but those are in development. So you're going to see some great quality, not just quality music, but quality sound, but quality product that are not going to break in 2 weeks after you spend $400 for them.
I take it you had experience.
I have three daughters and they're spoiled.
Oh
So
my gosh.
yeah. So yeah, I've seen it. And that was actually one of the motivation to create something that's solid, durable, and
So
you
something
can.
like that could work with me, or like our sound or the mic. Because a lot of people use different
Yeah,
different
the
devices.
headphones, you're in the studio, so you need a wired headphones.
Okay.
professional wired headphones. So we're coming out with that. We're coming out with a DJ special for the DJs, and these are quality.
Hmm.
Those are going to be higher price, but yeah.
Well, I'll market them for you.
Hey,
I want the pods. I want the little try of those devices to hear the sound.
you got it.
So with the sound, could I sync the sound? Because I know a lot of people probably wondering what could the ear pads, can it sync with your system, or you have to use a chip or
It's
something
it's
to
it's
make it
Bluetooth. It's
a
wireless.
Bluetooth? Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's Bluetooth. Then it's wireless.
Okay.
And the good thing with it, you can use the right or the left
Oh,
individually. It's up to 80 hours of playback music.
80 hours.
80 hours. It's waterproof. It's got our
It's
ZS.
waterproof too.
It's waterproof.
What? Not to go swimming or anything. Just
Yeah,
to,
it's waterproof.
what?
Yeah, you can go in the
Oh
water with
my!
it.
You know how many people? No, hey, people going big diving and everything. But I guess you have to put some kind of
No,
thing
it's
to hold
done.
it, or it's gonna
It's
hold.
no, it's done already. It's waterproof. It's airtight. That technology is not new, but we've got it. We've got it. Although, like I said, although we Zuka focus on the sound, this brand is for real music heads, people who want quality sound. They want to hear the bass booming. They want to hear the highs. They want to hear the lows. They want to hear the mid. Everything that a producer in the studio will put together when they're mixing a song.
So
You
when they're
know,
mixing this music, this is when they use your device for that.
no, it's not that tool for that,
No,
but
it's just to hear it.
it's the tool to hear, to listen, to carry that, to transfer that sound, that quality from the song to your listening ear.
Okay.
Yeah.
No, because I guess you have to explain that to people, because people are wondering, okay, what's your product? Why is your product better than this person or that product? I guess you get that, right?
Yeah, we do, and it's very simple. We're not here competing with anyone out there. I find that we found our niche.
Mm-hmm.
Um, we focus on the quality of sound,
Mm-hmm.
and we're also offering reasonable prices. So, those two alone makes us different.
Mm.
And the masses may not understand. They will love our product, but they may not understand the energy and the thought that goes into developing the Zuka product. The real music heads, the real guys, the girls that are really into their music, that want that quality, that know how a bass should sound, right?
Mhm.
They are the ones that's really going to appreciate the work and the efforts and the energy that we put into our sound.
Okay, so so this will make it sound like somebody will know from the sound by using your product that um, if something's not mastered versus it's not even cut cleaned up yet.
I wouldn't specifically say that because that's a different type of process.
Okay.
But whatever is being broadcast from the phone, from the um, um, Spotify or whatever, that's the quality that you're going to hear.
Okay.
That's the quality that you're
Okay.
going to hear. The mastering of a record, that's the quality that you're going to hear. That's when all the ingredients come together,
Mm-hmm.
and that chef in the studio, put them and gel them, and the way he meant, or the artist, the way they meant for you to hear it.
Right.
Zuka is the device that's going to deliver that.
Well, I think this product's going to work for a lot of people, because a lot of people do music and they need to hear it properly, because sometimes you can't hear the back end, you can't hear the instruments good because it's kind of faded. But since your product is going to enhance
Right.
that so you can hear that sound, that boom, boom,
That's
boom, you know.
great. Yeah, that's a great word. Enhance. That's
Mhm,
exactly what we're doing. That's exactly
mhm,
what we're doing. And those producers that are mixing and mastering those records, they're gonna really appreciate the sound.
mhm.
And I know that because one of my really good friend Rodney Jerkins, probably one of the legend music producer, I sent him our sample, and he loved it. Like he really loved it.
Wow.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
what? So this is what you do. So when you send out the product, you send a sample so you can hear how it sounds,
yeah.
or you just.
Like I said, I have relationships with a lot of very influential
Mhm.
um, people in the music business.
Okay.
We've garnered like friendship for decades. So those are the guys that I trust. Those are the guys that once I create the EQ for my sound, I
Mhm.
will send it to them and get their feedback, and then from there we just put it together with my team. and
Well,
and
that's.
and, and so far we've gotten nothing but positive feedbacks.
Mm,
Yeah, even Usain Bolt, he's a real music head. This guy is an athlete, but this guy knows music. And he basically, when we sent him the sample, it was over.
wow.
Yeah, he said, let's do a deal, let's do a deal.
So it syncs. So it can sync. This product can, when you're listening to anything, it can sync with YouTube. It can sync with anything that you're hearing.
Yeah, it's a listening device. It's
Yeah,
no
yeah,
different
yeah.
when it's no different than
Because some of these boxes and stuff. Because the problem, some of the things I have experienced is that sometimes they say, "Oh, this is a speaker. It can hook up to your laptop and you can hear it." And sometimes you're not even hearing the music that good. Maybe the
yeah.
first time you plug it in and then it wears off. I don't know what happens, but you can't really put the equalizer. You can't change nothing. You can't, you can't do anything. You just have to go with whatever the settings they have that you bought it with.
Right. And there's some, like my headphones that we have in development, my head stereo, that comes with an app, so you can go into that app and personalize your own EQ settings. So
Yeah.
if you want a higher bass, you can do that. If you want more volume, you can do that. So
Yeah, because I find that some of them you can't even do that. It's not even that loud. It's just coming out, and you're not even. And sometimes it's loud, but you don't hear the quality of
that's
the
right.
actual sound that it's supposed to sound like, because it's just coming out like whatever, however, the devices, those
That's
ones that. So I said I can't wait to try this thing to hear that you can really hear the music good.
Yeah, and that again is how you EQ your sound setting. And that takes a really sharp ear, because the way you listen to music is not the way I listen to music. So, it's very challenging for a company to develop one mass EQ setting for the whole world, right? So you have to get into that neutral zone, and I think that's where it becomes a challenge for any audio electronic manufacturer, right?
Wow.
So because your ear is different from mine, is different from the next person,
Yeah.
right? And that's why we made it. I sent my stuff all the way to Thailand and Germany just to get the feedback from a lot of these engineers, audio
Hmm.
engineers, DJs, producers. We've had some of the top guys, throughout. You know, so I think
It sounds. I'm telling you, it sounds really good. It sounds something that people will want to get, and it's good that you're explaining it, because some people are always, you got some kind of device, I don't understand what he's saying, but that's why I'm making you explain
not a
what
problem.
it enhances the sound, and it's for sound producers, artists, musicians, so they can, when they're if they're playing, they can play and they can hear the thing properly. as
Yeah,
opposed to hearing static and shh and the thing
right,
coming out.
right. Yeah, it's like I said, it's for lovers of music. That's what this is for.
Yes, and also you're doing it for a good cause for the frontline workers and giving back for the Soul to Soul campaign. So, I just encourage people. This is a good Christmas gift to give to people, not just, yes, you're doing your campaign for Soul to Soul for the frontline workers, but it's also good to give people as a gift, a Christmas gift too.
Yeah, and like I said, especially the essential workers. I know that a
Mhm.
lot of people are going to buy it and use all the discounts and perks to get for their family as well. But I want you to keep in mind that the essential workers, and that's why we at Zuka, we're looking to forego a large amount of our profits for that purpose. So we definitely want and we need the support.
Mhm.
This is very dear to my heart. I have
And you're
sisters.
making you're gonna be making so much money, you won't even be able to talk to me again.
It's it's not even about the money, to be honest with you.
Well,
I can honestly sit here. If it was about the money at 179, I think it would be a steal
mhm.
at 179.
Well, I think people can afford that. That's, they're buying shoes and all kinds of stuff. So,
Yeah.
why not invest something into your career so you can actually hear your song properly and your beats and your
Uh,
music so you can actually it's not, it's kind of distorted sometimes with these other devices. So with Zuka sound, your sound will be enhanced and it will give you the recognition and what you want to get out of your song. If you can't hear your drums, then oh, you got to put the drums up a bit.
True. And the thing is, the quality.
Mm-hmm.
You're not going to invest in a product that's going to break tomorrow, or this is aluminum. You've never seen that before. Like you can drop it, you can throw it, it's not going to break. And
As
that's
good
real.
as aluminum, it's not plastic. You drop your thing down, you're like, oh my god.
Exactly. And that's what's so exciting to me. It's a totally different concept of the material that we use to manufacture this. So, but yeah, in saying that, it's a great cause. Like I said, we weren't really you know ready to launch, because of we find that as a business it would be risky to launch because of the global shortage in the blue chipsets. But I really wanted to get this out because I feel that the essential workers, who are my heroes, deserve to hear from us, to hear from normal everyday people,
Mm-hmm.
and me putting myself in the shoe of an essential worker, being presented with something like this from a total stranger. Like, how else can you say thank you? That right there, it's not only appreciated by the worker, the essential worker who's being gifted, but it's
Mm-hmm.
great satisfaction for that person who is gifting that to that essential worker.
Yes.
So yeah, it's a great cause, and money is secondary. I want
Okay.
to see smiles on people. I want to see the reviews. That we created a good quality product. It was for a great cause, and
Mm-hmm.
that right there means more to me.
Well, it should. So, are there any shout outs that you want to give to anybody, your people that helped you with this product and stuff?
Oh man, I, trust me, there's a lot. There's a lot. Oh man.
Well, say it. You got time.
Rodney Jerkins, Buzz, Terry Brown, DJ Craze, Elliot Saran, Orrin Isaac, Ricky Sims. That's Usain Bolt's manager. Um, Molly Mall. Oh man, Molly's been a great friend. He's one of the top producers that's coming up. Man, that guy's been so great to me. Big up Molly. Ray Diaz. from Cali, Eduardo from Italy.
Mhm.
Oh man, so many. Even Cardinal Official, he gave me his in zone.
Wow.
Yeah, Cardi has been cool. Notify, the artist that's coming up, he's huge. He's gonna be great. Golden G, DJ D Nice, DJ Alchemist. Um, oh man, so man,
Oh
sorry,
gosh, so you did a
sorry,
lot. You did a lot of research before
lot,
you.
lots of work, lots of Marty Garcia, Mang, tons. Steve, my team, Elliot, Stephen Yu, the great Sasha Stoltz,
Mhm.
um, you know, so many people have been involved in this deep, deep, deep. Without them, I don't know what really I would have done because it takes a team. It takes a
Mhm.
team.
One
Yeah.
hand can't clap.
Yeah. And my people in South Korea, my people in China, we
Wow.
were worldwide, man. I it was sleepless for me. Yeah.
Well, at least you look a little bit rested. Anyway.
I made sure I cut my phone off last night because I knew I was going to do this.
Okay. You look very rested. All right. So where can people find this stuff? Again, tell us your social medias if they want to reach out to you, they want to buy the product, they want to support you. Where can they find you?
On all platform at Zuka Sound.
Okay.
And the website for this campaign is zukasound.com.
Mm-hmm.
Right. And follow us because we're going to do a lot of contest product giveaways and stuff like that. For any companies or brands out there that want to do some co-marketing with us, we're open. We can do co-branding for your brand as well. So
Well, I'm in there. So
yeah, yeah, exactly.
once
DBoss
have
is
people see
down.
me with something, they're gonna want to get it too. So
Hey, there you go. There you go. There you go. So yeah, that's what we're all about, D.
okay, well, I do want to thank you, Orlando, for coming on, explaining your product to us, and it's going to be useful for a lot of people because, of course, now they understand, okay, what type of product it is, what's it for, and sometimes it takes a little time to explain that because that's not something like, oh, it's a device. Oh, and people go, oh yeah, whatever, what another device. No, but your device is critical, and also your device for that particular campaign that you're doing for the Soul to Soul and for the first line workers and people that could buy a set of the devices there, the Zuka Sounds device for their whoever they feel that they should get one if they're in the hospital or maybe something happened. They can go to the website and you can fill that out. And you said
Correct.
it's very easy, very simple. You won't get it right away because
It's
this
pre-order.
time
Yeah.
it's busy. It's very busy for Christmas unless you have an outlet or a store that you can go to and pick it up. But
Right.
you don't have that, so you're just gonna have to be patient and wait for your device. It will come to you. I
Yeah,
understand.
and it's pre-order, so that's why you get the incentive. That's why you get it at a lower,
A lower
because
discounted.
yeah, once the campaign is over, it's only limited time, but once the campaign's over, it's going back to 179.
Okay.
Yeah.
All
Because
right. Well.
then now I gotta afford the celebrities that I want to bring on.
Well, you never know. Some of these guys with this could come in, and some of these basketball players, these different people could come. You never know.
Yeah.
They could be watching this and seeing, and they can order this worldwide. Correct?
They can, well, right now the campaign is just Canada and the
Okay.
US.
Okay.
And once we gain some traction there, then
Mm-hmm.
hopefully because the essential workers are worldwide, so I would love to give away millions of these pieces, worldwide. So
Yeah, I watched somebody call me DBoss. Can you get one of those things from Orlando? They'll call me from Barbados, and they'll call me from the station. Hey, we
yeah,
want one of those. We want to try it out.
it'll be in the neighborhood soon, close to you soon.
Yeah, and I want to get one of those mics too when you come out with that.
For
That's going to
sure.
be really good. That's going to be good for a
Yeah,
lot of people,
for
not
sure.
just me.
For sure. For sure.
Okay.
Thank
Well,
you
I do
so
want
much.
to thank everybody for tuning in today for Real Life Matters with Orlando from Zuka Sound. You guys purchase him, follow him, reach out. He can he's always up. He says so. You could always you could always reach to him and he'll respond to you right away. Okay.
And if they're lucky enough to find my personal page, then feel free. Feel free to
Well,
reach
they
out.
can see your name right there, but we don't know if you have that name. At first, I thought it was Pendergrass. I thought,
No, that
but it's a different Pendergrass.
yes, yes, yes.
All right, sorry.
If Teddy was my daddy, I'd be rich right now.
And
Yeah.
I guess you'd have a lot of women on that line too.
I hear you. I hear you.
All
Shout
right,
out to my kids. Shout out to my girls. They are the inspiration, the top inspiration. They are who I do this for every day. My kids, Nicole, Tatiana, and Taylor, and my goddaughter, who I treat like my own, Renee. Love you guys.
Well, they're all gonna love you back. So everybody, thank you for tuning in to Real Life Matters tonight. So bye for now.